So Naughty Dog is officially done with the Uncharted series, and Marvel's Avengers development is coming to an end. What's going on, you guys? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to another episode of The Casual Nerd. This episode is going to be a little bit less intense than a typical episode would be, considering the fact that I can already tell in the next upcoming few weeks we're going to be getting some Silent Hill news and Resident Evil 4 remake news. Planning on doing big chunky episodes for those topics, so this is why we're just going to take it easy for today, and by next week you guys are going to be seeing probably up to 5 different topics. So in the first article, Naughty Dog is done with Uncharted and might now make Last of Us 3, Neil Druckmann says, which I think he's trying to throw us off base because we know that he's done this before with journalists and he's said false things, but then other things occurred in video games, and I don't know. I feel like there is going to be a Last of Us 3. So it states here in the article that given the big success of The Last of Us video game series and the new HBO show, fans might be expecting Naughty Dog to make The Last of Us Part 3 in the future. That could happen. A plot outline has already been formulated, but Naughty Dog hasn't made any decisions just yet. The next Last of Us game is an upcoming multiplayer title, which Naughty Dog says its most ambitious title ever. Speaking to BuzzFeed, Naughty Dog's co-president Neil Druckmann said he considers the multiplayer game to be just another chapter in the universe of The Last of Us. Now, Neil Druckmann doesn't have anything to announce about this just yet, but just because it is a popular franchise, it doesn't mean that they're going to swiftly move into Last of Us Part 3, which I can understand to an extent. Just because something is popular doesn't mean you have to beat it to death, you know? I mean, them not even doing an Uncharted, series anymore, I feel like it's absolutely perfect because 4 ended in the most organic way possible. I feel like also with Uncharted 4, everything just bubbles up to the surface. So when you see Uncharted 4 as a whole, you see the emotional the emotional aspect, you see the developmental aspect of the story, you see all of the different technical things that were brought to the table. A big first in PlayStation and in gaming in general. There were a lot of things like different ways that cutscenes were done, kind of like a story. That happened first with PlayStation because before that you'd have like these awkward fade to black and then cutscene type things. So I feel as if there were a lot of technical advances made with Uncharted 4, and I feel like them leaving it on a high note, that is probably the best thing that they will ever do. So if they decide to leave it on The Last of Us 2, I feel like a lot of fans, including myself, would kind of be wondering where does it go from here? I thought there was going to be more to the story. There's still that kind of like sense of urgency to a degree, but with Uncharted, I feel like, we left it off on a good note. It was pretty epic the way that it ended, but I don't feel the same way about The Last of Us. I have not seen the show yet, so please no spoilers in the comments. So lastly, in gaming news, Marvel Avengers development is coming to an end. The game's last update will take place on March 31st, and it won't receive any new content going forward. We knew. Like, this game at first, I think it was really amazing what they did, and then going forward, it was like, that's it. Like, the concept of a fan for me, I'm gonna sound so unknowledgeable right now, but I just don't know that much about the Marvel universe. So when I saw this game for the first time, it was on a friend of mine's stream. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's so cool. They're placing a fan like right in the center, like front and center, and they're making, kind of the story about them and their journey. And I think that's so cool. So yeah, I thought the game what looked interesting. I didn't play it. I didn't buy it at all. I did not feel the need to whatsoever. Now, the last and final balance update will take place in March, and from there on, all cosmetics, including, in quote, every outfit, takedown, nameplate, will be available for free without the purchase or of credits. Any remaining credits, in quote, will be converted to in-game resources, Crystal Dynamics says. It also provides a chart for the types and numbers of resources you'll get based on the credits you have, which you can see below in the picture that is in the article. Both articles, by the way, will be in the description for your viewing pleasure. So yeah, it's interesting to see how things are going with this because, to be honest, I'm not surprised that stuff is stopping right now. I'm not surprised in the least. The trajectory of this game, in accordance with its sales and how people received it depending on the crowd that you were selling it to, it wasn't as hyped up as we all thought it was going to be. For the people who enjoy it, they enjoy it, but it was one of those games of where it was talked about for a month or two and then it just dipped off. You guys, that was it for this episode of The Casual Nerd. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you all like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe and hit that bell down below. I'm so excited. For this week, there's going to be 2 episodes of Callisto Protocol. There is a Soulsborne Academy that I'm very, very excited about. If you guys want to see like all the videos that I'm going to be uploading this week, be sure to go to the community tab. I post a weekly update as to what the schedule is always going to be. But may you find your worth in the waking world, dear hunter. Stay casually nerdy, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, you guys.